Greetings, kindred spirits, and welcome to all the new subscribers to my channel. I would like to thank you all for your continued support and interest in 13 Star Sign Astrology. Today I'm bringing you an energy update and a new moon forecast. So the new moon begins in Libra on the 7th of November at 16:01 in the GMT time zone and at 11:01 in the EDT time zone. And this new moon is all about our health and well-being, by bringing into balance our emotions, our work life and our desires. After taking all the aspects into consideration as a whole, I strongly feel that, on the whole, our relationship, desires and work life is affecting our health, physically, mentally and emotionally. There is also strong emphasis on habitual patterns that some of us have become stuck in, or worrying too much about other people's opinions of us. Maybe some are burying themselves in work or forms of escapism because they feel a bit lost on their path, or are lacking in self-esteem. The moon in Libra can't bear disharmony and may follow the crowd to keep the peace. Our moon will be in trine to Neptune and in sextile to both Pluto and Vesta. These aspects are urging us to realign with a more healthy lifestyle with regards to our diet and allowing ourselves quality time. Many of us may have neglected ourselves through work pressure or being too much in our heads regarding our relationships or worrying about the future. Many are not happy with their situations and therefore lack that feel-good feeling, unable to relax and unwind. Neptune brings in a hypersensitivity and even delusions for some if they are not able to use a Neptune's energy wisely. So we must not allow ourselves to get caught up in a web of fantasies, but use this Neptunian energy to create, craft or meditate for our own well-being. This is probably not a good time to work on manifestations, unless you're truly at one with yourself and not lacking in self-esteem or self-honesty. Pluto is bringing in a strong energy that we can use to empower and heal ourselves. We can definitely recharge our batteries with this energy if we use it for deep breathing exercises, yoga or something similar, and again meditation. So this new moon actually emphasises the need for meditation or taking the time to get our heads and our hearts in order. Vesta, the goddess of the sacred fire and rituals, is giving us the opportunity to spend quality time on self-nurture and developing healthy eating habits, especially when it comes to good food and, again, quality time. So this is all emphasised in the GMT time zone as the new moon is actually taking place in the 6th house of health and being of service. A lot of health issues could be due to the working environment where erratic working hours are draining our energy and depleting our feel-good feeling. So problems in the workplace, overworking or not nourishing our bodies properly can be a problem with this placement of the moon. In the EDT time zone, the moon takes place in the 12th house of groups, friends and organisations, and suggests that a balance is needed between the workplace and quality social time. With this placement of the moon, the theme will likely revolve around a feeling not being good enough or not having the time or the confidence to socialise in a comfortable way. This placement of the moon brings up issues around our hopes, our dreams and our motivations. So really in all, it's very similar. We have 3 grand aspects with this new moon. As well as the ongoing Grand Cross that started out as a T-square in June, we have a Star of David and a Yod. So on one hand, we will have some great opportunities towards raising our consciousness and enhancing our spiritual gifts when it comes to healers, teachers and metaphysical practices, whilst on the other, having to deal with repetitive cycles of bad habits and obsessions. You know, our destiny as a collective is to become the best we can be with regards to our humanitarian values and healing gifts without actually being taken advantage of. So I strongly feel that this new moon is about bringing into balance the giving, nurturing side of ourselves with a set of boundaries and self-value. For the last few months, the planets have been pushing us out of our comfort zones, and many of us may have been left feeling exposed and vulnerable to the unknown. Also, many may be experiencing telepathy or psychic impressions. If this is the case, then it is important that you find a way to share your experiences rather than keeping them bottled up. But I would say the most important thing is to keep it real, as there is a very thin line between psychic visions and imagination. So I would advise anyone going through this to find a reputable and respectable outlet to expand, grow and share your experiences. The Black Moon Lilith is in Capricorn and in conjunction to Mars. And there is a great danger for some to act too impulsively, especially if they are feeling undervalued or unappreciated. Some may walk out on their jobs or suddenly lose their temper, so be aware of that and try and hold on to common sense, because sometimes under this aspect we can tend to cut our noses to spite our face. The Yod, which is one of the most difficult grand aspects to overcome, is between Chiron, the wounded healer, Juno, the goddess of marriage and commitment, Venus, the goddess of love and money, and Ceres, the goddess of nurture and agriculture. So Chiron is in sextile to Juno, which offers us a great opportunity to heal relationship issues or old wounds regarding past relationships. This wound would be the root cause for losing our self-empowerment and self-trust. In quincunx to Venus and Ceres, there will be some who will go to great lengths to hold on to relationships that are not good for them and continue to give away their power due to not feeling good enough or putting another's needs before their own. For others, it may be a case that there's a fear of trusting again, because the wound that, the wound has actually been locked away rather than dealt with, so that may resurface to be healed. And in quincunx to Ceres, there is a great need for self-love and self-nurture anyway, so, where give and take in relationships are probably way out of balance, and therefore that takes a toll on our health, especially physically and psychologically. So Mercury is in his shadow of his retrograde mode and will be at 0 degrees in Ophiuchus as the new moon begins. So we must watch out for obsessive thoughts for some, whilst for others that are more aligned with their divinity will experience new and innovative ideas or tap into unusual forms of information that is kind of out of the ordinary. There is also an emphasis here as well on telepathic communication and psychic experiences. And I feel the third eye chakra and throat chakra will be the areas to watch this new moon. So it is more important than ever for us to work on grounding techniques, breathing techniques and meditation. Also, we will need to raise our vibration, so uplifting music would be a good way to enhance a feeling of wellness. But most importantly, we must nourish our bodies with good food. So overall, and for the next 2 weeks, there will be a great need for us all to continue to integrate and bring into balance our mind, body and soul. This has actually been the theme for quite some time, although the emphasis is stepping up this month, as the energies coming in will be reaching their climax. I strongly advise that anyone who is going through the dark night of the soul or a Kundalini awakening to join a reputable forum and a meditation group to gain control and develop their inner strength and self-empowerment, so that they can gain the confidence to understand and develop their own spiritual understanding and spiritual gifts. I personally feel it is important that we follow our own paths independently, but share our experiences and concerns with like-minded people that can help us come to terms with this powerful transformation. But please do email me at goodwitchuk@gmail.com if you would like some direction or to ask me any questions. My email is also below in the description box. Also, Catherine Kinney has done a fantastic numerology transmission on the Master Days that are taking place in November. And you can find her on Facebook. She's actually on my page as well, so you can find her there. I've also just recently done a live transmission with her about the energies for the month of November from both a numerological and 13 star sign perspective, which actually turned out to be quite fascinating. So please do check that out. I'm also offering readings on Mercury retrograde, so I can look at your natal chart and see where Mercury will be retrograding in your chart and how it will affect you. So if you're interested in that, then please do email me. Again, my email address is in the description box. So I do hope that this podcast resonates with you. Please leave your comments and questions below, and also like, subscribe and share. And once again, I'm wishing you all peace and much love.